Welcome to the Three Wide Racing Nathan Young Designs B-Car Series here at Rockingham. Round 2 of this long season. Jeffrey Ackery is going to be your pole sitter for tonight as we go through the grid. Nathan Velez will accompany him on the front row. Row 2, you're going to have Mike Stevens and Kim Quick. Row 3, you're going to have Cody Blevins and Tanner Sharp. I don't think Tanner Sharp is racing, however. Row 4, you're going to have Zach Trevino and Nick J. Miller, who is going to be the pole sitter. I guess we're going to have some technical difficulties here tonight. Starting behind them will be Samuel Close and Skylar Nissel. Then behind them, we'll have Kevin Finn and Richard Lafferty. There we go. Now things are fixing up here. Behind them will be Devin Phillips and Corey Lindsay again, who is not racing. Then it'll be Paul Ross and Dale Owen. You know what? Let's just not go with this, because that doesn't seem to be correct here tonight. This racetrack tonight has been told by us it's going to be a little bit tight through the corners, and then it's going to be loose off because of the bumps they have through the corners. So it'll be very interesting to see these drivers try and fight their way through the racetrack.
Definitely one of the more rough surfaces on the schedule.
Absolutely. So your actual front row is going to be Nick J. Miller and Dale Owen, and then behind them will be Paul Ross and Richard Lafferty. We apologize for those technical difficulties. As the pace car pulls in, we're going to take the green. 100 laps around this rough racetrack. Nick with an awfully good start down the backstretch. Has a one-car gap behind him to Dale. Dale's not going to let him go easily, though, but Nick will lead the first lap as he got Paul behind him, just made the diving move in.
So far, got a nice three-car battle for the lead going, let's see.
I'm really curious to see if Dale can actually work that high side, because this seems like a track where it may be able to work. Nick Miller still stout out front as you got 5 cars under a blanket, all fighting for one position. I thought Dale was going to throw it in there, but he thought otherwise.
Yeah, I feel like right now the best place to be is on the bottom. Maybe on the longer run, though, we can see that. Oh, Dale in the wall.
It looked like they were going to... The 5 just about squeezed Dale into the wall there as they were coming into 3. Or coming out of 2, excuse me.
Are you live?
I believe so.
I want to make sure.
Doesn't seem like there's a huge amount of battles here throughout the opening portion of this race. Dale's going to look on the bottom of Sam. Looks like he's going to take that going into 3. Richard sticking his nose in as well. And Richard, one of the very few Chevrolets here tonight. After the inclusion of the Toyota and Ford, there hasn't been a huge amount of Chevrolet support, really in the A or B car series in this league. And it looked like, yeah, Richard had slapped the wall there just a little bit. So yeah, some pretty good damage there on the right side. Not sure how much that'll affect his arrow. I don't think this is a very arrow-dependent track, however. Got a nice little train back here, back in 10th. Nothing seems out of the norm here for these opening laps. Seems like everyone's taking it pretty easy. 32 looked like he got loose coming off the corner. Mike Stevens is going to pick up 10th from his teammate. Up front, though, we have had a lead change. Paul Ross has now taken control of this race. So it would be a 3 OG or 2-car lead here at the front. You got Samuel Close, their teammate, behind them. We've been green for about 12 laps now, but we have seen a few people hit the wall so far. These bumps can really throw these cars around, coming out of the corner and going in. From what some of the drivers have told us, even though it is lap 13, it seems like the car is stable at the beginnings of runs, but then it gets worse as the run goes on. Also because of the bumps here and through the corners. Look, we had a car off pace there. Be Jeffrey Acker, he's gonna come down pit road. Oh, well, that'd be why. It looked like he got into some situation. Let's check it out. Oh, looks like the bumps just threw him around coming out of the corner as he nosed just a kiss with the inside wall. But that'll bring him down pit road at lap 15 here. Not a lot of action going on. We're going to take this chance to take a quick break here. You're not going to miss anything as we go side by side. Welcome back to the three-wide racing event here at Rockingham, round 2 of this long season. Nothing has really changed up front, except for Dale Owen is now sitting second. And I guess we had some issues with our second commentator up here, so we apologize for that.
Got everything sorted out now, though, so should be good.
22 laps into this event, and we are caution-free so far. But again, we have seen a couple guys hit the wall.
As you see, they just put Brent a lap down. Oh, he's up in the wall. Brent Miller went a lap down. He's up in the wall, and he looks like he's going forward still, so that's good. But that definitely won't help him for today.
No, but I don't think he's the only one today that's been having trouble. It looks like he's really having trouble hanging on to that race car. Sam just about ran into the back of him, coming off of 4. So let's try and chase down some battles going on here. We did have one with Johnny Thomas and Mike Stevens, but it looks like that has settled out for now. So again, everybody is kind of just minding their time here. About a second gap back to everyone, really.
Well, Dale Owen is really closing in on Paul now. He's right up behind him here, catching up to the leader.
Right on the rear bumper of that Toyota.
He's really closing that gap. Again, I think maybe Paul used up his stuff a little too early. They're coming up on another lap car here. Oh, Paul in the wall.
That lap car would be the 17, as you saw Paul go into the wall there. I'm not sure if he has any significant damage.
But it was definitely enough for him to lose the lead to Dale Owen.
The right side looks caved in just a bit, but not as bad as Dale Owens. Again, a lot of people have been in the wall early here because of the bumps just throwing around these race cars. So Dale Owen will take control of this lead as we're 27 laps into this event. And looking through the field here, not too many battles going on right now. We have about 14 cars left here on the lead lap, with Mike Stevens being the last one. As I think he might have just... Yeah, something wrong with the Mike Stevens machine. He's down on the apron. I think he might have wrecked it. Gonna take a look back here on the replay. I'll hit the wall coming out of 2 and slap the inside wall coming out of 2. But he's still rolling here, as now we have about 13 cars on the lead lap.
Yeah, managed to keep it mostly going forward, so able to stay green here.
Looks like we have a developing battle here between Nick Miller and Samuel Close here, the two teammates from 3OG. Oh, Nick looks like he's just going to give that up.
Yep.
Let's go back to the battle for 5th here that's developing between Richard Lafferty and Nathan Velez. About 0.5 of a second that gap is appears to be. Show you the gap here live.
Now with fuel set to 50% for this series, about how long can they go on fuel? Like 50 or so? 50 or 60?
I'm not exactly sure. I would imagine somewhere in the ballpark of around 40 to 50. But I guess when people start coming, we'll know when.
Yep.
Gap looked to be shrinking between Richard and Nathan. Again, you're not missing much up front. Sam has taken over second and has about...
Paul's in pit road.
I'm not sure if that damage might have been too much for him or if there's an actual problem going on there.
I'm not seeing too much damage on that car, so I don't know if maybe
It might be an early stop.
something more mechanical or well, yeah, that could be. I know him and Tanner tend to like to pit early, so it could just be an early stop.
And it looks like that's what it's going to be. He takes off with 4 fresh Goodyears. Interesting strategy here. Not sure how long it's going to be until the rest of the field comes down, however. Johnny Thomas is down pit road as well, but it looks like he's got a significant amount of damage. And Sam Close is down as well. So it looks like it's going to be around 30 to 40 laps on a tank of fuel. Yep, now Nick is coming in. So how long will it be until we see the leader Dale Owen come in? Skylar Nissel will also hit pit road.
And this does seem to be around the window. Oh, it's coming in this time. Yep, leader's heading down on pit road now.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how this all shuffles out.
Yeah, really can't blame him, because if this is around the pit window, once one guy comes in, you really can't stay out too much longer.
So as of right now, Nathan Velez will take over the lead, but I'm not sure he is pitted yet. I think he might be coming down.
I believe,
this
yeah.
time. Yep, here he comes.
As well as second place Kevin Finn is also heading down pit road this time.
So that will give the lead over to Richard Hines, but I'm sure he's going to be coming in this time as well. Oh, he's going to stay out on the track, get a lap led. Oh, nope, he won't be able to do that.
He'll have to stay out again if he wants to lead a lap.
So it looks like the most recent car that's taken it down to pit road, Paul M. Ross, he's rapidly going up the charts. He's sitting third right now. And Derek Westrick looks like he's going to just surrender a bunch of positions as he's going to come down pit road. So now we wait for Richard. How long does he wait until he comes down pit road?
I believe he's coming yep, he is coming this time.
I'm not sure it's very smart to stay out that long because it just puts you farther down. It just makes it a bigger hill to climb up. That'll give Paul the lead. Not sure if he fixed the damage at all or if he could. Looks like he did.
One thing I noticed is Dale Owen dropped a couple spots through these pit cycles. I don't know if something happened on his pit stop or if it was just that one extra lap really killed him.
I want to say
2 extra laps.
I want to say he repaired some of the damage that he got on that right side. It looks a little better.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, it looks like he did. He repaired that damage, and he's not too far back. He's only about 4 seconds behind, but with the pace he was setting down, he shouldn't take too long to get back up there. So Samuel Close will be second. Paul Ross will be your leader. The gap is about 1.1 seconds. As Paul's going to get caught up in a lot of heavy traffic.
Oh, that is a lot of... Oh, he's going to make contact with a 31.
And there goes Skyler. Wow, what a move.
I don't know. That's kind of sucky to do this early in the race to a lap car, to be perfectly honest.
Well, let's check out that save that Skyler just had. I imagine he's going to get the black flag, but...
Oh, he just had his black flag cleared.
Alright. What an amazing... Wow. What an evasive move down to pit road.
I can't imagine Skyler will be too happy.
And that did close the gap down a little bit, about 0.2 of a second. Just right on board here now with Paul. You can really hear it inside the car, the tires squealing as it gets into the corner. I don't know many other tracks that that's really audible.
Yeah, I think Rockingham, for the size it is, has a lot of banking, so I can imagine that just quickly getting all those G-forces into the tires.
Well, we're just about halfway through this race, and we've been caution-free so far. Just goes to show you how much talent these drivers have to keep it, or hit the wall, but keep it out of trouble, or keep it off the racetrack. See how close the gap is now? It's not eating in, but it's more falling back now. We'll show you the gap live here. As the gap continues to grow now. As I think Paul just about lost it, yeah.
Again, good save though. You can see already, even only 49 laps into this race, we already have only 10 cars on the lead lap out of the 19 that started.
Looked like he just got loose out of 4 there, but a nice save by that 18. And even with that, doesn't look like the gap really changed between him and Sam. So
Yeah, if anything, all I've been seeing is that gap getting bigger.
well, as we take the halfway mark, let's go through a race recap. So far, we've had 0 cautions, which would mean 0 caution laps, and so far we've had 5 lead changes, as we have 50 laps to go here in this 100-lap event.
One thing I am noticing is that it seems Sam is losing ground to Paul, but Dale has definitely been closing in on Paul. So that'll be interesting to see if he can get him by the end of the, anywhere closer to him by the end of this run.
Yeah, I believe that gap started with about 4 seconds to Paul. Now it's about 3 seconds, so he's definitely been eating into that gap slowly but surely. Let's take a look at the weather here. The sky is clear, and the temperature outside is a nice 75 or 73 degrees. The track temp is 100 degrees. So not that hot of a racetrack, not as hot as we've seen from practice, but
Dale just gained 3/10 alone that lap.
he is sure charging.
I mean, I can also imagine with the lead that Paul has, he probably doesn't need to be pushing it too hard right now, but that's even still. Dale Owen is setting a pace right now.
Be really interesting to see if he can actually get there come the end of this run. He might get there. I'm not sure if he can do anything with him, though. Well, right now, let's monitor the gap to him and Sam close. As he gets ever so closer. 10th there. It looks like it'll stay even. It looks like he's just gaining a 10th a corner, really.
Yeah, and especially on a track of this size, that is very impressive.
And a track this rough as well.
Yeah, to be that consistently fast lap after lap.
And the gap is now 2.5 tenths. And closing. It's a Toyota top 4 right now with Nick J. Miller being in 4th. And the top 3 being dominated by Toyotas. And he is there. Dale Owens is there. It's just what's the right time to make the move.
Definitely don't want to make a mistake here now trying to pass someone who, quite frankly, isn't, not even the end of the race yet, but, he doesn't want to waste too much time sitting behind him.
Looks like Paul has just gotten into more lap traffic. Just makes it easier for Dale to catch him. I really like how Dale is also taking his time with Sam. He's not pushing it. Not quite to the quarter panel there yet, but...
The last thing he would need right now is a mistake trying to pass someone.
Oh, he tried to throw it down there.
Well, he's gonna remember to need to be patient, but he also doesn't want to waste too much time here behind Sam.
And they're really not losing time. Like they just, and there he goes. On the inside of Sam, and he's gonna seal the deal going into 3. So move Dale Owen up to 2nd. Now the job is to catch Paul Ross.
Now, since they were side by side that time, they did naturally lose a little bit of ground, but...
Yep, and the gap, again, is now shrinking. It's hovering around 1.8, 1.9 seconds. But I imagine it won't be too much longer. He's not really closing anything either, so maybe he burnt off the tires just trying to race Sam there. Nope, there we go. Comes the gap, and that might have been because Paul was stuck in traffic with 2 other cars.
Yeah, his lap times have slowed down since he got past Sam there. So maybe he did just burn him off there that time. Luckily for him, though, I do believe we'll be closing in here on pit stops again here in the next 10 laps or so. So he may be able to get a nice fresh set of rubber and get even closer to Paul.
So the 87 just hit the wall behind them. We'll keep it straight. As of right now, Paul is running better lap times than Dale, but I think it's the lap traffic that just kills him. Either that, or I think Paul may have lost it or something, because that gap is now about 1 second.
One thing I am noticing, though, is I think Dale's moved up the track a little bit. I don't know if that's intentional or not, or if this lap time will even be any faster up there. Oh, Paul's coming down pit road.
And again, he'll come down pit road first. A strategy that worked out for him good last time. See how well it works this time. I'm really curious to see when Dale will now come in. I'm assuming it'll be this time.
Now, I do have to believe that they will be, if they pit now, they will be okay. Yep, Dale's coming down pit road this time. But I have to believe they will be okay to the end on fuel from here, considering they can go close to 40 laps, if not 40 laps on a tank of fuel.
Yes. So most likely this will be the final stop, should we not get a caution. So Dale Owen came in along with Samuel Close. That'll give Nick Miller the lead. Really curious to see if any of these drivers might try 2 tires, but I don't imagine they would with how rough of a surface this is.
Yeah, especially considering this setup isn't just extremely tight like we saw a lot last season. This setup seems a little too unpredictable to try 2 tires. You see Dale and Sam will be coming out together here.
Paul will stay ahead, but we'll have to see when everything cycles out what that gap will be. So 4 drivers so far have not pitted. That would be Nick Miller, Nathan Velez, Kevin Finn, and Johnny Thomas. Looks like Johnny just came in. Right now, it looks like we're going to have a race for the lead unless Nick comes down. They're not, so it looks like we got a fairly good battle for the lead right now between Nick Miller and Nathan Velez.
But for both of them, they will ultimately have to come down pit road here. It's just a matter of really who's going to come first or if they're going to come at the same time.
Again, I don't think it's a good idea to really wait on pit stops, but
Yeah.
I think these drivers were fairly deep in the pack anyway, so. As they're side by side going into 3, Nathan will clear him.
Yeah, the other way I could really see waiting to pit working out is if you really want that speed at the end of the run.
Again, you can just hear those tires screaming as they climb the banking. So again, Nathan Velez, Nick Miller, and Kevin Finn are the 3 who have not pitted so far. And here comes Nick. So that'll just leave Nathan and Kevin. Kevin did not come in this time. Will we see Nathan come in this time? Still not coming in. I'm kind of surprised. I wonder how much gas he has left in that tank.
Man, Dale is really using up those tires.
Looks like
right
we had
now.
a spin down low. Not sure who that was. Dale got a little loose off the corner.
Dale's been getting it sideways coming out of these corners these last couple of laps here. He's really pushing to catch Paul in front of him. Because even though right now it may not be the race for the lead, it is in the end going to be the race for the lead.
They've been right in front of him. He can see Paul, and they're slowly closing.
Now Dale has pulled away from Sam.
I'll show you the gap again. And again, each corner he just closes a tenth.
Yeah, you gotta think, ever since he repaired his damage on that first pit stop, it's been an uphill battle for him to catch back up to Paul here.
Now we are getting into some pretty heavy lap traffic, so whether that'll play in a factor, and it will. Kim Quick will block the lane of Dale Owen.
I have to imagine either 17 didn't see him or just didn't think he'd be there in time, but definitely interesting. But it looks like Dale is still going to be able to close back in on Paul here pretty quickly, and if he can keep this pace going until the end of the race, his chance at win looking pretty good.
And it does look like everything is cycled out, so this is now the race for the lead with 24 laps to go. Unless we get a caution, this will decide the race. Johnny Thomas just hit the wall.
Yep.
And the 32 just closed in on the 18. That'll slow his momentum down. And he is right there now.
Looking to the inside of Paul here.
Can't quite make it stick.
Yeah, Paul pinched him down there.
I don't think he pinched him down there. I just think he tried to make his own lane.
Oh, Paul loose coming out of 4. He's going to give Dale a nice run down here in turn 1.
He tried to throw it in, but it didn't work that time.
Oh, there's a wreck in front of him. There's
I believe that would be the 4.
But luckily, both drivers do make it through. Now, I'd have to imagine they will be pitting anyway, because their lap times have dropped off enough that I feel like they're just gonna have to. And it seems like Dale is a lot faster on the older tire, or on the fresher tires, I mean.
As you saw there, the 4 got loose coming out of 2, and then slapped the right or the left side. Or no, it was the right side of the 55. So. Be interesting to see who comes down and who doesn't.
With how fast Dale has been on fresh tires, I'd be surprised if he doesn't pit. Interesting. How many stayed out here, though? There are a few others that stayed out other than Dale, but that's definitely interesting. See him stay out.
As they make their pit stops, we're going to take a quick break here. You won't miss a thing, again, as we go side by side. As we welcome you back, you can see there the 30 car is now the leader. He did not pit on this most recent caution. So it'll be really interesting to see if he can actually hold off the fighting Paul Ross. Let's take a quick race recap here. This is our only caution, and it'll be for 3 green flag laps, and we've had 10 lead changes so far.
We will be going green here with about 17 to go, so it's got a nice little quick shootout to the finish here, but it's going to be very interesting to see if Dale on the older tires is going to have the pace to stay ahead of Paul Ross.
Yeah, I'm really curious on that decision of not coming in, but if he thinks he's faster, I'm sure he's a lot more confident in his race car.
Especially if, I mean, it'll also depend on how long it takes Paul to get past the 2 other cars that stayed out, but I believe it won't be too long.
As the green flag comes out.
Oh, Paul wiggles a bit on the start here, loses some ground. Paul spun the tires. That's interesting to see. And that gives Dale a huge lead.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Nathan got a very good restart as well. That held him up. And Paul's going to get stuck out on the high side. Oh, maybe not. He's going to throw itself into 3 on the bottom. And now
Maybe
it's
Paul
time
didn't
to,
get to the bottom.
now it's time to start making up ground.
Now it'll be a matter if he has enough time with how fast Dale has been.
I believe Kevin Finn was another one who did not come down. Neither did Sam, I don't believe.
No, it was Dale, Kevin, and Nathan who stayed out. Sam is, I believe, on fresher tires. But we completely forgot about Sam. Dale's lap times are still fairly quick. Maybe not as quick as the fresher tires, but they are still pretty. They are fairly decent still.
The 6th car throws it into the wall. Yeah. By the way, Dale was ran the fastest lap last lap. Oh, maybe not.
They are closing in on him.
Yep, I was incorrect. His lap times are about 4/10 off. As here goes Sam.
I just can't see why he stayed out, but maybe if they're maybe if the fresh tires start to fall off here, maybe he'll have some pace still. But now it'll be if Sam can hold off Paul, I believe, unless obviously if Dale can stay up there. Nope,
As he throws it into the wall.
I believe it is now a 2-horse race between Paul and Sam. Now they're teammates, right?
Yes. So it is a
That's very
3OG battle up front. 4/10 is the difference between them. Again, we'll show you the gap live. Not that big of a difference, but Dale is still holding on to 3rd pretty well, but he's got Richard Lafferty breathing down his back door, as you can see behind them.
Yeah, man, it really is a shame too to see what would really seem to be the fastest car all race is now going to be trying to see if he can hold on to a 3rd place finish.
But again, it's really a mystery of why he did not come down pit road. We'll have to ask him at the end of this race.
Across the line for 10 laps to go. This Battleford lead's about to get real heated.
Yeah, it's getting real heated. They are teammates. I would assume they're going to cut each other slack, but
I'm sure once they get to about 5 to go, they'll forget their teammates.
Paul does have a bit of damage on the front of the nose, but I don't think that's going to affect him too much.
The one thing I've noticed is that Sam seems to be running a slightly higher line, but I don't know if that's better for him or if that's just hurting him, but he's able to hold off Paul so far with it. Looks like he gets a better run out of the corner.
Again, just so close through 1 and 2.
Paul really drove it in deep there.
He just drives it in so deep into 1 and 2, but I think that may hurt his exit coming off 2.
Yeah, it seems like Sam's definitely a lot better on corner exit, whereas Paul's got the entry.
So again, that gap's stable at about 2/10.
Paul drives it in deep.
I thought he was trying to change his line there, but I think he just may have gotten in there a bit too deep. It is just a 2-car race for the lead right now. Richard Lafferty is about 2 seconds back, so not much of a challenge.
Be 5 to go this time. I'm wondering if Paul's going to be able to close back in as he drives it in deep again into 1. And he's able to get back onto the gas fairly well. Oh no, he gets loose a little bit. He has to lift.
Now, I believe if we get a caution now, the race will be over, so.
Paul's really not able to get off the corners as well.
I believe Sam did win last week at Daytona. Excuse me, 2 weeks ago. So if he wins this, it'll be back-to-back. It may just be the same as a Kyle Busch.
Paul's just really not able to get onto the gas as well out of the corners. It's going to be 3 to go this time.
Yeah, I think he may have used up his tires there. 3 to go. 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 3
And sails it off into one, but he's just not able to get on the gas and stay there. Oh, hits the apron.
And he just loses more time.
I think that may be all it takes there to get, unless Sam makes a mistake. They're going to be coming out of 4, coming to 2 to go now. And drives it deep into 1. Doesn't grip that time, though.
Yeah, I think it may just be over for Paul now, unless Sam makes a mistake. Samuel Close coming around to take the white flag, looking to win twice in 2 races in the season so far. Nick just coming out of pit road, the teammate, the third teammate. Let's see if Paul tries anything. Not going to get there. Samuel Close is going to win back-to-back here in the Nathan Young Design Speed Car Series. And what a great battle for those last 15 laps.
Now, Dale Owens was able to hold off Richard Lafferty for 3rd. So, I can imagine Dale will be happy with a 3rd, but yeah, probably a little disappointed with his strategy call there.
Well, Sam's going to do his burnouts. And with that, again, you're not going to miss it, as we're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with post-race interviews. Stay with us. And welcome back. We're here with the winner, with Sam Close. 15 laps to go. The decision with Dale to stay out. How did that influence what you did?
I definitely wanted to come in and get 4 fresh tires and have the speed at the end. Um, it seemed like he was faster than me pretty much the whole race, and just kind of made a little bit of a gamble there that didn't pay out for him.
And that battle with 15 to go with your teammate, how exciting was that?
Oh, that was really exciting. He was really fast. He was another one that was hard to keep up with the entire race. So it was all I could do to try to keep him behind me.
Well, congratulations. Well, actually, Trevin, do you have anything for him?
Oh, yeah, well, I was going to ask is, it seemed like throughout the whole race, y'all, it seemed like Paul had some pace on you. Did you find something there at the end, or did Paul just not find his groove that he had all race?
I think I found a little something. I was pushing a little bit harder than I did the whole race, and I think Paul, um, according to the channel, had a little bit of damage that he acquired somehow. So those two things, and then having the track position, it's really hard to pass here. So he might have tried to overwork it a little bit, getting by me, and then it hurt him a little bit coming towards the end.
Well, congrats on your win.
Yeah,
Hope
congrats
to see
on 2 wins in a row. Don't looking to become the Kyle Busch of the series, I guess.
I don't know about all that. I would like to thank 3 Wide Racing and 3OG and all those guys for setting all this stuff up. It's pretty awesome. It's a great league. It's developed into something really cool.
All right. Well, thank you again, Sam, and congratulations tonight.
Thanks, guys.
he's such a nice guy.
And now we're here with the second place guy, Paul Ross. Just came up a little bit short tonight. Talk us through what happened there with those final about 10 laps.
It kind of all started on the under caution. I knew that I had to take 4 tires, and I got into Skylar a little bit during that second to last run that we had. So I sat in my pit stall, repaired some damage, and I saw Sam coming out of the pits, and I wanted to beat him out. And if I could do it over again, I would have let him go by, so I could have got to restart on the inside. But the Pro Mechanical Toyota Camry, it was definitely fast tonight. A little, I guess you can call it a redemption from last year. We had a fast car and got wrecked out early. But the last 10 laps or so, I caught up to Sam, especially with him being a teammate. I wasn't going to push the issue, get him loose, anything like that. I was just going to try passing him clean. And once I got him, we were running. He was coming off the corners a lot harder than I was, so couldn't really get a run on him, and tried changing my lineup and just put tires off it.
And now I'm really curious on your thoughts on Dale staying out that final run. You know, I imagine this track was pretty tough on tires. What was your thought when you saw him stay out?
It surprised me huge. I pulled in to pit road and saw he stayed out, and then there was quite a bit of gap behind the third place guy, or back to the third place guy. So I didn't even know how many people stayed out, and with all the wave round cars and everything else, I thought I was going to be restarting about 9th or 10th. But yeah, the tire drop off was huge. The first 5 laps or so you could run real hard, and then they would start dropping off about a tenth of a second a lap after that. But yeah, I couldn't believe that he stayed out.
Trevin, you got anything for him?
Not much for questions. Just congrats on a strong run today.
Yeah, 48 laps you led there. So not the victory, but second shouldn't hurt too bad.
Yeah, well, that and with with the B class, the way the chase works, you just got to be in the top 12. And after the speed weeks we had in all 3 cars, second place definitely going to help the points and get me in closer to that chase spot.
All right, well, good luck on the rest of the season. Hope to see you soon.
All right, thanks, you guys.
And now we're here with the third place driver. I'm sure the one question everyone's going to want to know, what was the thinking, or what was the reasoning of staying out with about 17 laps to go?
I thought I still had enough tires left. Thought I could just pull away a little bit and be all right, take away the win.
Well, it definitely did look like you were pulling away for a bit, and then the really strong run today. Your car seemed really fast through the corners. What was the key there?
Just had a truck race here actually the other night. Learned a lot there. This place is real important on momentum, so I was just making sure I was hitting my marks.
All right, and Trevin?
Yeah, it's same kind of similar to what he was saying. It's so much pace today. It looked like you were really going to be the one to take it home, but shame to see it.
Yeah,
Well,
you win some and lose some.
But regardless, congrats on finishing third.
Thank you.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up for us tonight. Thank you, Trevin Roby, for joining us in the booth, as he's gonna hop out of here. So we're not sure the next time we're going to see you, but we hope it's soon. And thank you for watching tonight, and good night, everybody.